Hey guys, it's Shar and welcome to my tutorial on how to install The Sims 4 baby custom content and other CC. I really wanted to try to do something pretty in-depth for you guys who are super new, and for those of you who are struggling to install some of the baby custom content items that I have been showcasing over the past couple of months. I have found a way to incorporate that also into the video. But anyways, the first thing that I want to go ahead and start off with is the fact that you really do need a program to open up a lot of the custom content items that you're going to be coming across during your day-to-day downloading. So the item that I use is called 7-Zip, and that is what it looks like right here. It's a super easy application. I will go ahead and leave a link in the description box down below to my media file, so you can go ahead and add this to your computer if you guys so choose to. I know some people use WinRAR, but the only thing with WinRAR is that if you didn't buy it and you only have the trial version, sometimes you'll get a pop-up saying that your 30 days is up or something annoying like that, and you don't get a chance to utilize all of WinRAR's functions if you only have the trial version. So 7-Zip is super easy because it's free and you don't need anything, with it. I don't get any pop-ups. It's not annoying, and it's super quiet, and I don't know, like, I like it. So if you guys want to go ahead and use it, feel free to go ahead and click on the link. In order to understand how to install and download custom content, you first have to understand the files that you're downloading. A lot of people don't understand what it is that they're looking at, or they don't really understand what it is that they're downloading. All they know is that I want this shirt, I want these shoes, like I want that mod, and then they automatically just throw everything in their mods folder, and they have no idea why it's not working. So I want to go ahead and show you guys exactly the different types of downloads that you might come across. So of course there are 3 different types that you guys will see throughout your travel. So the first one right here is called the Aurora File. Now this Aurora File will look something like this. It will have like a little green symbol on the side here if you're using 7-Zip. I'm not sure if it still looks the same way for WinRAR. I haven't used that program in quite some time, but that is what this looks like here. This is a RAR file. This is something that needs to be extracted. You cannot put this into your mods folder and expect whatever item that you just downloaded to work. That's not how it goes. The next item is a package file. Looks like a white piece of paper, something that you use in school quite a lot, and that's basically what it is. This type of download is something that you can simply drop and drag into your mods folder with no problems at all. The next item is called the compressed or uncompressed zip file. Now this can be a little tricky. Anytime if someone's talking to you and they say zip file, this is what they're talking about. If they're talking about a RAR file, this is what they're talking about. So with the zip file, this little thing right here, it will always look yellow. It will have a little zipper kind of detail on it. So a zip file can come in a compressed or uncompressed folder. So what that basically means is that something that is compressed means that the file is smaller and it will not take up a lot of space on your computer. If the file is uncompressed, then that means it's just going to take up a little bit more space. Just something that I feel like you guys might be curious to know about. Some of you guys might have heard the term extract and unzip. Now if you don't know exactly what that means, it's basically right clicking on a folder like this and getting a drop down menu that looks like that, and you'll get all of your options here. So if you have 7-Zip like myself, you can go ahead and hover over 7-Zip, move on over here. Now you can go ahead and open the archive, which will look a little bit something like that. When you open the archive, you can see all of the contents within the Aurora file. So if you're looking to do something a little different, you can also click on extract files, which will bring up a dialog box right here which says extract to, and you can go ahead and click on this 3 dotted icon right here, which will bring up another box, which is basically a file location box. Now if you know exactly where your mods folder is. You can go ahead and search for it using the contents. And so right here, I'm going to go to my computer and I'm going to go to documents right here. And then from there, I can go to my electronic arts folder and into mods, press OK. And then all the contents within this folder will be extracted into my mods folder. Now, do be mindful though, because sometimes we do not always know what's inside of this folder, which is always best to maybe take a look at the archive to see what exactly it is that's in here. Another thing that you can do, which is what I do all the time, is extract here. Extracting here simply takes all of the file contents and places them on the desktop. Now, as you can see, I already have one of the icons already on my desktop, which would be this right here. So extracting all of the contents places them just like this. I get a chance to see everything that is inside of this Aurora file, and I can pick and choose what I don't want. So these two items, the thumbnail and this little icon right here, I don't want, so I'm just going to go ahead and recycle it. So this is one of the cribs that comes with the baby move mod, so I had that on my desktop along with the baby move mod, the mod itself. So I have both of these with me. Now I can go ahead and just simply go into my documents folder, go into my electronic arts, my Sims 4, my mods folder, take both of these package files and just drag and drop. It's super easy. I use it and I do this technique all the time because it's just something that's more convenient for me and I like to use it a lot. So anyways, that's what that looks like right there. So moving on into our zip files, people say you can unzip this, you can extract it. I mean, you can do either or for both of these. It doesn't really matter. I can extract this, I can unzip it, I can unzip this, I can extract it. Both words basically mean to just open up the file. Anyways, I hope you guys are able to follow along so far. I want to go ahead and jump right into the different types of zip files. As I said before, these zip files can definitely be a little tricky if you don't know what you're doing, or if you don't understand what you're putting into your game, or if you don't understand the files that you're putting into your game. That's why I wanted to do something super in-depth so that you guys are aware and knowledgeable. So my main thing about zip files is that you definitely have to inspect them. You have to kind of inspect everything that is not a package file. Aurora file, you need to inspect it because Aurora file can have a folder in it, and it needs to be extracted anyway. With a zip file, sometimes it can automatically be placed into your game like that, sometimes it can't. Another thing is that a zip file can also come in a form of a white template. Now this is a custom content hair created by Kiera, and a lot of her hairs come in the form of a zip file. Now I used to put these into my mods folder thinking that this was actually a package file, and this goes to show you that this is why you have to, once again, to really look into the types of files that you're downloading, making sure that everything that you're putting into your game is indeed correct. So right here is the package file. I just extracted it from this zip file here. Now as you can see, they're putting them directly side by side. They look exactly the same. So again, this is why I cannot stress enough to inspect your folders, inspect your zip files, inspect your downloads. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and move on into the different types of files that you will come across within your zip folders. So anyways, I'm going to click on this mod created by Scumbumbo from off of My The Sims, and clicking on this, we can automatically see that there are two files within this folder. The first one is a package file. Now I've already told you guys package files are good to go. You can easily drag it and drop it into your mods folder. So the next thing is that there's another folder here, and this is a compressed zip folder. This is another folder that looks exactly like this one right here. Now again, I told you guys inspecting is key. Like inspecting your files is key. So I'm going to click on it because I don't know if I can just simply drag this folder and drop it, or if it needs to be extracted. So I'm going to click on it to make sure. So inside I see that first of all it says do not unzip. Some creators give you this and it helps you out a lot because this automatically tells you do not put this into your mods folder, and what they mean is that these contents right here, do not put these into your mods folder. PY files and PYO files do not go into your mods folder. If any of you guys have these files in your mods folder, please take them out. This is a guaranteed no. This tells me that both these files right here, the package file and this file right here that came with the mod, can go simply into my mods folder. The PY files is simply saying that this folder is needed in order for this mod to work. So you can go ahead and take both of these files and drag it and drop it into your mods folder. Easily as that. So the next folder is this one right here, and I'm going to click on it. This is another one from The Sims. Now straight away it's just one file in here, and it is a script file. These files can go into your mods folder. This is just a mod, it's a script, it just needs to be placed into your mods folder, simply as that. So moving right along into our next mod is Travel to Special Lots by Zerbu. And this one, we're going to click on it, and again we have two files. Now this one is a package file, which I've already said can go easily into your mods folder. The next one is a script file. This I've already said this is a-okay. The script file just basically means that this is needed in order for the package file to work correctly in your game, because it's a mod. So you can take both of these right here and place it into your mods folder. Alright, so the next and last file here is another one by Zerbu. Again, it's a mod. Automatically down here he says do not unzip. A lot of creators do not do this, so that's why again you have to inspect your folder. If it doesn't even have this, like, still inspect it just in case, because sometimes creators can make mistakes. So clicking on it, I automatically see that this is a PY file. So this tells me that this folder by itself, the lonely folder it is, you can actually just drag and drop simply into your game, because it has PY and PYO files and they do not belong in your mods folder. So that is how you can basically kind of tell the difference between the different types of files that you can place into your game and the different types of files that you cannot place into your game. So hopefully I was able to explain this to the best of my ability. As you guys can see, zip files can definitely be a little tricky. They can have a lot going on, and I wanted to go ahead and show you guys just the different types of files that you might come across and what is okay to put into your game and what is not okay to put into your game. The thing with a zip file is that you can extract it or you can just click on it like this. Now as you can see, it automatically brings up a box. Now this box already has a folder within it. People might just go ahead and see a file like this and place this automatically into your game. I suggest that you not do that. The first thing that you need to do with a zip file is you need to inspect it. That is the best case scenario, because there are so many things that can be inside of it, and you need to make sure that you're not putting something that does not belong into your game. Anyways, this is the Shazami molding baby skin. I know a lot of you guys have been asking me how to correctly install the baby custom content skin replacements in your game. So once you click on the folder, you will see that there are 3 files right here all lined up. The first one is a PSD. You can use a Photoshop or a type of photo editing program to go ahead and edit these skin replacements if you so choose to do so, or change the color of the tops and bottoms and all of that jazz, but I am not here to talk about this. So these 2 files right here are the main goals in this video. So anyways, this is the Shazami molding hair. This folder contains all of the skin replacements for babies with hair. And this folder over here, the Shazami molding, contains all of the bald skin replacements for your your baby. So clicking on this one right here, you will see that there are a lot of contents to choose from. So you have your blue, dark, green, light, and medium skin tones for both your male and female. So this is a legit setup where you can go ahead and copy all of this and drag and drop it into your mods folder, hypothetically speaking, if this was a mods folder. Now, if you guys do not want any blue female infants or anything like that, you can go ahead and delete it if you so choose to do so. If you don't want any green babies or skin replacements for those type of skin textures, then you can also delete that as well, and you will be left with your dark, light, and medium skin tones in your game. So this is the correct way to do it. I want to show you guys a scenario that could be taken or could be done incorrectly. So let's say that I had twins in my game. One was a female and one was a male, and they were both light skinned. So I would go ahead and look for the light skin label over here. So I want my light skinned female to have hair, so I'm just going to grab this Shazami light female infant default hair. If you guys cannot read the full label, you can definitely use the right click on your mouse. You can go down to properties and you can get this nice little dialog box that will show you the full name of the item if you cannot read it. This little dialog box will also let you know that this is a package file. It will also tell you the size of the file as well as the compressed size of the file, just in case you guys did not know. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and drag this on over to my hypothetically speaking mods folder. And you know, my little girl here, she has a brother who is looking pretty basic, so we're going to go ahead and maybe give him a bald skin. I think that would be a great idea. So we're going to go ahead and pick this Shazami light male infant default, and this is the bald skin replacement, and I'm going to drag it like this. So far so good. So now we're looking at a really good scenario here. Now say for instance, you know, I did something by mistake and I didn't know and I didn't realize it, and I just went ahead and grabbed the Shazami light female infant default as well. Now I'm going to drag this over to the mods folder, and once I go into game, I'm going to realize that the skins are not working for my females. This is because these two files right here are trying to overwrite the same file type. You cannot have a Shazami light female infant bald and a Shazami light female infant with hair try to overwrite the same baby. It's going to kind of battle each other out. It causes a conflict, and that way the skin does not show up in your game. So if you guys have done a scenario similar to this, then that's the reason why your skin replacements are not showing up. I want my daughter to have, you know, some hair, so I'm going to get rid of this bald texture right here, and it should work completely fine. So I hope you guys are making good sense of that so far. So if you guys did something similar to this right here, and you just grabbed all the textures from this folder and then just decided to go ahead and grab all the textures from this folder and you put it into your mods folder, all of these are just going to conflict against each other, and that's why this skin is not showing up in your game. And this can go for anything that you're using in your game. If you have two of the same files that are trying to change the same file type, it's just not going to work out. If you guys are taking these two folders and, you know, placing it into your mods folder as well, this is also an incorrect way to do it. This is not going to make the skin show up in your game either. Now the same can be done for the In a Bad Romance baby skin as well. This one is a little bit different. It does show up as a basic folder like that, and when you click on it, you will see that there are a bunch of folders on the inside. There are a few package files in this folder which I don't use. You don't have to use these, excluding this one right here. This is for my test for this video, but you will see that there are blue, dark, green, medium, pale, and random. So these folders are all labeled. All you have to do is click on them. So if you have blue Sims in your game and they just had a baby and their babies were blue, then you can go ahead and grab this and then just kind of move it over to your mods folder. Again, make sure you are are inspecting it to make sure that they are all adding up correctly. So we have one blue female bald skin and one blue male bald skin replacement, so that's completely fine. The same thing would go for the dark skin replacements as well, making sure that you are analyzing everything accordingly. This folder right here, you see that this says dark female black, so this is supposed to be a dark female skin texture with black hair, a dark female skin texture with bald hair, and so on and so forth. If you want her to have brown hair, you can go ahead and just grab that. If you want your male to have black hair, you can just grab that. You can't just grab all of these and place it into your game. They're going to conflict against each other because there are 3 files here for your males, and then there are 3 files here for your females, and they will all conflict against each other if you just grab all of these like so and drag them into your game. You have to pick one or the other. You cannot have all of them, but you can always go back, take everything out, and you can switch it up. If your sim just gave birth to a baby, you can go ahead and maybe use one of the Shazami skin textures if you wanted to, just to make it look like it was a newborn type of situation. And then as the days progress, if you're a storyteller like myself, you can go ahead and switch up the skin tones and make it seem as though the baby has grown and maybe has gotten tint complexion, or has gotten clothes, or has gotten hair, and things of that nature and stuff like that. Is super fun, definitely, you know, interesting to play around with. But again, I hope this makes sense to you guys. Another thing is the same way with the green textures here. Again, there's just a female and a male skin texture. They only have bald for these ones. The same thing goes for the medium skin textures as well. As I showed you guys with the dark skin complexions, the medium skin complexions come with 3 files for the female and 3 files for the male. So you have to do the same thing here. All right, our last folder down here is random, and this is probably the creator's favorites. Again, I cannot stress enough how much you have to analyze your content to make sure that you're putting the right items into your game and making sure that they are not conflicting against each other. So the first thing that checks off is that they are all package files, which is good. So we have a dark female with black hair and a dark male with black hair. So this to me is a good to go. So if I go back over, we have one medium female with black hair. So we're going to go ahead and drag this on over too. We have a light skinned female or a pale female with ginger hair. I'm going to go ahead and grab this because I told you guys I love the ginger hair. It's super freaking cute, and I absolutely love it. And so we get down to these bottom 2 right here, and you can see that they both would edit the same exact file type. So we have a light-skinned male with black hair and then a light-skinned male with ginger hair. I can only pick one or the other. I cannot have both. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and go with the black hair because I don't want my boy to have the same color hair as his sister. So that's basically how you do things. So I have my 2 dark skin replacements right here, and then I have my 2 light skin replacements right here. But as you guys can see, I'm kind of missing a skin replacement for my boy. So you know what? I think I want to give him one. So why don't we go into our medium folder and grab one. So I'm going to have my boy have brown hair, and that should work completely fine. Now if I go ahead and exit this on out, I'm going to analyze it to make sure everything is correct, and then I'm going to go in game and test it out. So what I'm actually going to do is go put all of this into my mods folder, and then I will be right back with you guys. We are at the main menu right now. Before I go ahead and jump right into game, I want to make sure that you guys have all of your mods and custom content items checked off in the option box. So the first thing that you want to do is go over here to this 3-dotted line, click on the options menu, and once you go ahead and do that, you will see this dialog box, and you want to click on the game options. Once you have clicked on the game options, you want to go all the way down to other. Once you you're in this section, you can go ahead and enable your custom content and mods, and you want to make sure that this is checked off green. You also want to make sure that the script mods allowed is also checked off green. Having both of these items enabled in your game allows for your custom content, all of your downloads, and all of your mods to show up in your game and to actually work in your game as well. Once these two are good to go, you can go all the way down here and apply your changes, and then you can go ahead and exit. Hey guys, so we are finally in the game right now. I went ahead and did a before and after look of the babies. I have in my notes here that our dark skinned female is supposed to have the black hair as well as our dark skinned male. So looking over here, I can obviously tell that their hair is not black and it is indeed brown. Our medium skinned female is supposed to have the black hair, but she actually has the brown hair. And then our medium skinned male actually has the brown hair that he was supposed to have from the CC contents that I placed into my game. As for our pale skinned female or our light skinned female, she indeed does have the ginger hair, and our poor little boy is kind of left out of the mixtures. I wanted to let you guys see that mistakes happen, and if you feel like the mistake is on your part, which I know a lot of us have done in the past, we go in, we check our mods folder, we look at everything to see if it's on us. And I did this with this exact same section of the video. I did this before I recorded it, but I wanted to show it off to show you guys the before and after of how I'm going to fix this situation. Obviously, our little boy is kind of missing out on some nice clothes, and you know, he hasn't quite caught up to his sister just yet. Now to me, I'm looking at it like this package file for our pale skin or light skin boys, it's broken. The package file is probably corrupt, or it's messed up, or it might be blank, it might be anything. Who really knows? The same thing with our babies here who were all supposed to have the black hair. Mistakes happen, you know. It could have been possible that the package files were labeled incorrectly, and that is why they actually have the brown hair instead of the black hair that they were supposed to have. That's probably what happened, is that these files were mislabeled by the creator. But anyways, I'm going to go ahead and switch this up a little bit, and I'll be right back. Hey guys, so we are right back looking at the In a Bad Romance baby skin replacement folder files, as well as my mods folder right here. So as I said, that there were a couple of issues that I noticed going into game, so I'm just going to see if I can correct that. So all of the files that I grabbed were from the random section right here. So instead of grabbing these files again, I'm just going to kind of take out the ones that I feel were a little bit you know, not up to my likings. I kind of like the fact that my medium female had the brown hair. So honestly, there's nothing wrong with doing something like this. I'm just going to go ahead and change the context of the file, and I'm just going to change this to brown. And that way I know that my medium female has the brown hair and it's not the black hair that this file type said that she had. I don't think I want my twins to have the brown hair, so I'm just going to delete that and see if I can find something else. I can have maybe a brown bald or a black hair. I'm just going to grab the dark male black hair, and I'm going to grab the dark female black hair as well. Now let's just see if these files are a little bit different than the other ones. I also remember that there was a problem with my pale male not having a custom content skin either, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete that because I feel like that file might be broken. And I'm just going to head on into the pale section of the skin replacements and see if I can find a cute little skin replacement for my little boys. I can choose a blonde hairstyle for him, brown, bald, black, or ginger. So I think I'm going to see what the blonde is looking like on him. Alrighty, so now that that's settled, hopefully this file being switched out will let me know if the other file was broken or not. And doing the same thing just to see if I was able to fix it up a little bit. So anyways, before I go ahead and do that, I want to show you guys how to install the baby move mod since we're right back on the desktop. So with this file, you want to go ahead and extract it. Again, this file is called a Aurora file, and you want to go to your 7-zip, and you can just easily go to extract here, or you can open up your archive. For me, I'm going to just go ahead and open up my archive and grab both of these right here, which are package files. I can tell because of the white template right here. And I'm going to grab this one as well and then exit. I can check down here to make sure that they are both indeed package files, which they are. And then I'm just going to highlight it like this and drag it over into my mods folder exactly like that. So anyways, I'm going to delete these because I already have it installed in my game already. But that is just to show you guys how that mod works. So I'm going to head back into game and I'm going to meet you guys when we get there. Hey guys, so we are back in game, and as you all may notice, everything has been fixed to my liking. So you can see that the other package file that I had placed into my game was broken, and placing the other package file from the Pale Skin Replacements fix that issue where now my little boy has a cute little outfit and blonde hair like it has said that he would. And for my boy and girl over here, my little twins, they have the black hair like I had wanted. Everything was a complete and simple fix, and that's basically how I go ahead and fix things if I have any type of issues in my game and all that jazz. So anyways, I'm going to show you guys how to search for the baby move mod, as well as how to work it, because I know a lot of you guys have been having issues with that as well. So anyways, I'm going to go into my objects by room. So I'm just going to click on this icon right here. It's called the kids room. And I'm going to go into kids furniture, and over here I see that my Rockabye bassinet, which is also known as the baby move mod, is right here. So in order to place this down, I'm just going to put on my cheats, the bb.move objects on cheat, and I'm going to just hit enter. So now my move objects cheat is on. So using that, I can place the baby move mod anywhere I want to. So if my sim is about to give birth, I can go ahead and place that down if I want to, and then she'll go to this room over here and give birth to her baby where I had placed down the baby move mod. Now if I wanted to, I can go ahead and place it inside a crib and all of that jazz, but that is how you do that. Without your move objects cheats on, you won't be able to move your baby around as easily as you would hope to. So that's why you need to have your cheat on. So I wanted to go ahead and show that off to you guys really fast. So I'm also going to show you guys how to move the baby around so easily and freely. So if you're getting this type of scenario right here and you can't really do what you want to do, all you have to do is hold down the Alt key on your keyboard, and they will be able to move around easily and as freely as you want them to. Now for me, my Alt key is on the keyboard right next to the space bar. So I'm just going to turn my little girl around like this, and I'm just going to put her over here, and then I'm going to press the number 9, and that's going to bring her right up to this little baby changing table. So now that she's over here on the baby changing table, let's see if my sim can go ahead and change her diaper. Why not? Like, just for, you know, kicks and giggles. But anyways, that's basically how the whole scenario goes with the baby move mod, and being able to have the ability to move your baby up and down and place them wherever you want them to and all of that jazz. Anyways, I hope this tutorial was super helpful. I know it was absolutely long, but I wanted it to be as informative as possible. I hope this tutorial was super helpful, and I thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and until my next video, I will see you guys all later. Bye.